Good evening, everyone, and welcome to First Unitarian Congregation of Toronto in person and online. Our mission is to nurture connection, share life's joys and sorrows, and act for love and justice. We value your presence, whether you're joining us from around the corner, from out of town, or around the world, and whether you're a longtime member of this community or visiting us for the first time. No matter where you are on life's journey, no matter how you came to be, you belong here because you are here. Before we begin, I have two logistical items to share. Tomorrow, December 25th, all are welcome to drop in between 12 p.m. and 4 p.m. Soup and cookies and card games will be available. And the sanctuary will be available as a quiet space for meditation and reflection. If anyone has not received a candle from the back, please raise your hand and someone will come around to give you one. And when we are lighting candles near the end of the service, it is best if the lit candle is held upright and the candle being lit is tilted. This minimizes the risk of hot wax dripping onto hands and clothes. And nowhere near your hair as well. As we begin, First Unitarian Congregation of Toronto acknowledges that we are located on the traditional lands of the Anishinaabe Mississauga, the Haudenosaunee, Ojibwe Chippewa, and the Wendat peoples. The territory is the subject of the Dish with One Spoon Wampum Belt Covenant and is also covered by the Upper Canada Treaties. When I'm in nature, but especially in these colder, perhaps lonelier months, I take in the swaying trees as a greeting. They're so alive, and the gentle breeze is what gives them the final push to wave and say hello. I like to think that nature can feel my aliveness as well. Let us be reminded that this land always has so much life to offer, and we have so much life to offer it in return. Just like an inhale always comes with an exhale, when the land gives to us, we give to the land. My name is Alexa Yaffe. My pronouns are ze, them, and he, him, and I'm a member of this community and your worship leader for tonight's service. I'm joined today by Reverend Linda Thompson, Director of Congregational Music, Dallas Bergen, pianist Gregory O, as well as our AV technician, Matt Rideout. And now as we begin our service, for those online, I invite you to light a candle or chalice if you have one close by, and join with us in saying our chalice lighting words. As we light our chalice, may its flame kindle within us, the warmth of compassion, the glow of love, the fire of commitment, and the light of truth. This evening, we are welcoming guests and some who have returned to the city for the holidays. It is an occasion when we typically extend warm greetings to those we meet. But before we take a moment to greet our neighbors, please be mindful of the comfort level of those you greet. Some may prefer, for any number of reasons, to avoid any physical contact. Some may choose to remain seated as a way to signal they prefer to use the moment as personal time. We show care for our community by respecting others. Now, please take some time to greet your neighbors. Now, please join in singing hymn 225, O Come, Emmanuel.
Good evening and Merry Christmas. It's lovely to see people here this evening. Thank you for making us part of your evening. I share these words now by Hannah Roberts Villeneuve. And she wrote, "In the season of long, cold nights, hope isn't waiting for us to find it. Hope isn't patiently waiting on the sidelines. Hope seeks out the forgotten places, the longest night, the damaged temple, the overcrowded stable, and every corner where tomorrow seems impossible. Hope bursts in uninvited without concern for our carefully crafted plans. Hope shows up as a lamp that keeps burning. Hope shows up as an improbable baby. Hope shows up as the sun, returning and never having left. Hope shows up as tomorrow, and then tomorrow, until against all odds, we feel the future breaking on the horizon. When we are weary from battle, when empire seems inevitable, and when darkness is growing around us, hope comes to claim us, and we have the chance to say yes."
Tonight, on this sacred threshold of Christmas, we gather in the season of light. We light the Yule log, a symbol rooted in ancient Germanic and pagan tradition and a time for revelry, celebrating the winter solstice and the turning of the year. And on this Christmas Eve of concerted alignment with the solstice and Yule, we light the 4 Advent candles, the season of waiting for the light foretold, as hope, peace, joy, and love. With the arrival of a wondrous child, a call to love one another, and a promise of peace for all.
The story which we tell at this time of year, the one we sing about, the one we talk about, it's not actually found in any one book of the Christian scriptures. It's told differently in the 2 books where it's found, Matthew and Luke. The version I'll share now is a blend of the 2. In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world, and everyone went to their own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth to Bethlehem, the town of David, because he belonged to the house of David. He went there to register with Mary, who he had pledged to marry and who was expecting a child. When they were there, it was time for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger because there was no guest room available for them. And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel appeared to them, and glory shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said unto them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will bring great joy. Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah." Suddenly, a great company of the heavenly host appeared with the angel, praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest heaven." When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let's go to Bethlehem and see this thing which the Lord has told us about." And so they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph and the baby. And the story goes on. There's wise men and frankincense and myrrh and gold, and it is a wonder.
Triumphant, O come ye, O come.
Enter with me now into a time of meditation and prayer. These words are from retired UU minister Richard S. Gilbert, titled, "Thanks Be for These." For the sound of bow on string, of breath over reed, of touch on keyboard. For slants of sunlight through windows, for shimmering shadows on snow, for the whisper of wind on my face. For familiar voices in family rites, for the faces of friends in laughter and in tears, for the tender human arms that hold me, for the flashes of memories that linger, for the mysterious moments that beckon, for the particularity of this instant, for dark shadows on white snow, for the resurrection of spring, for the faithful turnings of the seasons, for angular, leafless trees, for gentle hills rolling in the distance, for meandering streams seeking an unseen sea, for the sight of familiar faces, the sound of our spoken names, the welcoming embrace of outstretched arms, for the ritual of friendship, reminding us we matter. Thanks be for these. This reading is from A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens, first published over 180 years ago. "A Merry Christmas, Uncle! God save you!" cried a cheerful voice. It was the voice of Scrooge's nephew. "Bah!" said Scrooge. "Humbug!" Christmas a humbug, uncle, said Scrooge's nephew. You don't mean that, I am sure. I do, said Scrooge. Merry Christmas! What right have you to be merry? You're poor enough. Come then, returned the nephew gaily. What right have you to be dismal? What reason have you to be morose? You're rich enough. Scrooge, having no better answer ready on the spur of a moment, said, Bah! again, and followed it with humbug. Don't be cross, uncle, said the nephew. What else can I be, returned the uncle, when I live in such a world of fools as this? Merry Christmas! Out upon Merry Christmas! What's Christmas time to you but a time for paying bills without money, a time for finding yourself a year older but not an hour richer? If I could work my will, said Scrooge indignantly, every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips should be boiled with his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart. He should. There are many things from which I might have derived good, by which I have not profited, I dare say, returned the nephew. Christmas among the rest. But I am sure I have always thought of Christmas time, when it has come around, as a good time, a kind, forgiving, charitable, pleasant time, the only time I know of in the long calendar of the year, and when people seem by one consent to open their shut-up hearts freely, and to think of people less fortunate than themselves, as if they really were fellow passengers to the grave, and not another race of creatures bound on other journeys. And therefore, uncle, though it has never put a scrap of gold or silver in my pocket, I believe that it has done me good, and will do me good, and I say, God bless it. Please rise in body and or spirit and join in singing hymn 231, Angels We Have Heard on High.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains did reply, echoing their joyous strains.
A young woman who, as they used to say, was in trouble. Shepherds and angels, mysterious wise men on a journey, a tyrant and taxes, and a baby placed of, in all places, a manger. The Christmas story is a compelling one. Whether you believe the story or you see it as a quaint remnant or have another relationship with it, the fact remains the story is compelling. and that for many, many years, people have chosen to tell about it, sing about it, reflect upon it, and in some cases, debate about it. There are other similar stories that have been told through the ages. Other people, other traditions have stories of winter births and virgin mothers. The Hindus have Krishna, the Zoroastrians have Zarathustra, and the Romans had Mithras. The image of an extraordinary child born under extraordinary circumstances is a powerful one, and one that we seem to respond to. Perhaps something in us wants to believe. So tonight, in this place, we turn our thoughts to the story of the Christian scriptures. Regardless of your theology or your viewpoint, I think it has something to tell us. It's as if we've received messages across the years. Now, at the center of it is a baby. Babies are wonderful things. They're amazing. We marvel at them and at the potential they represent. But the story we tell about baby Jesus is more than a story about the potential in each new life. Jesus, the story goes, is divine. And it seems to me that's a remarkable image because as wonderful as babies are, they're also quite bothersome. They can't do anything for themselves. They're messy and smelly. And there are days when it's hard to muster the strength just to do what needs to be done to take care of them. And this one in the story is divine. Perhaps they all are. Perhaps we all are. One of the messages I take from the nativity story is that we can find the divine in the most unlikely places. It's easy when things are going well and when life is beautiful to imagine that we are surrounded by evidence of wonder. But in the nativity story, things were not going well for Mary and Joseph. They were simple people and they were in a terrible predicament. Imagine how dark and desperate things must have seemed to them. They had no place to go. Mary was in labor and they were far away from the people who might have offered them some help. Hardly the circumstances you'd expect for the birth of a divine. But again, the story persists. We don't, it asserts, need to look in grand mansions or in those high places to see that which is most worthy. Even during the hardest times, in the most difficult of circumstances, we can, if we listen just so, hear angel songs. On a cold winter night, the star we see might, if we let it, lead us to an encounter with a miracle. Perhaps what is most significant, though, about the baby in this story isn't the angels and the wise men and the unusual circumstances of the birth. That's a lot already. But the baby in that story was called in his adulthood to stand for compassion and justice. He elevated the marginalized, women, the poor, and outsiders. Jesus directly undermined the rigid social and power structures of his time. That's a remarkable story. What are the implications of this message? I think they're far-ranging. If we can imagine the divine in the face of a simple baby, perhaps we can see it too in the face of the old woman we pass on the street, or someone who we find particularly annoying. Perhaps we can see the divine in the face of everyone, and perhaps we can acknowledge it in ourselves. And what difference would that make? We might not worry so much about finding saviors, and we might be reminded that it's our job to reach out to one another. Perhaps the story is a reminder that we can, at least some of the time, save one another. Sometimes we are called to be there and to help someone who has lost their way, or who is scared, or who is sick. At other times, we need to acknowledge that we're in trouble and that the people around us can offer us what we need. There's much to challenge us in the nativity story. Unitarian minister Tom Shade reflected on our Unitarian Universalist practices at this time of year. He wrote, "We will reflect on the meaning of a winter festival that reminds us that what we hope for will come from the most unexpected places, on sudden and seemingly miraculous reversal. We'll reflect on sudden and seemingly miraculous reversals, like light in the darkest hour. We'll think about kings worshiping in stables and virgin births, and all of this will be incarnated in acts of generosity, kindness, hospitality, and rootedness. We tell," he says, "of a salvation that spreads from hand to hand like the candlelight in a darkened sanctuary on Christmas Eve." And so may we, reminded again of the story of a poor couple and their baby, know that salvation comes in the kindnesses we offer to one another, in the work we do each and every day to make the world more joyful and more just. May we find the courage to follow a star in search of unlikely wonder. May we have faith to hear an angel song on the wind of a winter's night. And may we dare to dream of peace on earth. Let's just take a breath together.
you so much to the choir and Dallas and Gregory. My heart feels so warm. Here at First, we practice our values and realize our mission through our weekly services, our programs, support groups, outreach, and our work in the wider world, all of which require intention, time, and giving. It is a joy to receive and a joy to give, whether it be giving your time and energy through volunteering, or giving that lucky dime you found on the sidewalk, or your collection of lucky dimes you have found on various sidewalks. All donations received today will go to the Minister's Directionary Fund, which provides financial assistance for special or emergency needs of members and friends. You can leave a donation in the basket at the back. We also have these little envelopes. Online via our website or by tapping the tip-tap machine at the back with your credit card, debit card, or mobile wallet. Matt will drop the link in the chat for our online friends. Thank you for your generosity. And now our choir will share in the bleak of midwinter.
First to
Tonight in this community, we have shared stories and sung carols, opened our hearts to the beauty of music. Tonight we have turned to one another, lighting candles in the dark. Tonight we have dared to hear a message of hope spoken once again against the challenge of the world. It is time now to depart, to go forward, to our lives and to the world. May joy be your companion, whether you are with others or alone. May love be your strength, and may the gift of community dwell in your heart. For here in this place, you will be welcome always, whenever you choose, whenever you need. Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Sometimes we put them in.